Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel DoctorMom. In huge demand for the request of pre-writing skills activities and different kind of books that we can introduce to our toddlers, I am here back with another video of the different kind of booklets and worksheets that we have used to help the kids guide them into writing. First thing I introduced to them were papers. Papers with paints, paint boxes and paint brushes to ignite their interest to form coloring and painting on papers. Right from painting to coloring. So we started with paint brushes, we moved on to crayons and then pencils. You can see when you're starting to form a concrete or a very outlined kind of coloring, you can start with these basic books. These are the smiley faces for them to just color within these boundaries, or just for them to easily explore. And then you can actually use different kind of these books like fruits, vegetables. You can find different kind of these things which are easy for the child to understand and draw. This was done by Ahyan. I have dated it, so you can see how we have grown from random scribbling to more developed coloring. So you can see this was done in color pencil, this was done in pastels, and then these were done in crayons. These were done in crayons. So you can appreciate the different kind of manipulators that they have used and which was good, or you can just try for your kid. I personally felt that they did not enjoy colored pencils much, so this was the book that we used initially, fruits, vegetables. And this I have kept. One more book I've got, this is for Mizan for now. The next thing, if you can see the child is more interested, you can actually go ahead and try out these books. These actually you can even draw on papers and try for the child to match like square to square. This is complex for a 2 or 3-year-old kid, but you can actually draw circles on either end and help the child to match like this, matching the shadow, objects or anything that they know. So, and circling, these books come in handy for introducing the pencils. Same with pattern matching. And again, what comes next, this is like starting the order that they write, that is the standing line, the slanting lines, sleeping line, and it just goes on. So we are having different printables for these different books, or you can even use your own papers to write and make the child follow them. The next that I have found helpful were just normal books when you're starting to write. These square boxes we can use for the child to actually make standing or sleeping lines, and 4 rule pages that I found helpful when starting to teach them to write the alphabets. Apart from these, what I found beneficial are these wipe and clean books, which can again just help them to just make patterns or color, and you can just easily wipe it. You won't believe me if I say I have been using this book for almost a year now. You can see how new it is. Initially just once when they used a crayon, you can see the markings are staying back, but otherwise every time they use a sketch pen and they color, and it is neat and clean. We've been using this book for a year. We are having a couple of these and they are very good. Another form of the wipe clean books are this. We can introduce for different languages. You can see the different language, the dotted alphabet, so that the child can just try to use and make their own alphabets. Just see what is easy or difficult for your child and then go accordingly. Next, easily you can start with numbers, because most of them would know to read and write numbers or understand the concept of numbers. These are the books that we used initially. So this is again a number writing book for them to understand and write. So again, I must have dated these books when they wrote, when Ahyan wrote, and you can see how it was almost a year ago. So books, and again another activity book, number activity book, that his daughter, and I have kept this out for Mizan now for them to join the dotted lines to form the numbers. So you can start with numbers and go from 1 to 10. Coming to alphabets, I have clearly told in my various posts in the order to start writing. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would know the different order that you can start writing. But otherwise, if you have introduced, then these are the different books that we found helpful. I have 3 different books. This one just had the capital and the block letters, capital and small, just the dotted lines, nothing else. So that is why I said having a 4-rule book like this can help you to write. You can just try to do this one letter here and then write one full page for that particular letter. That is how we finished one book for Rahian like this, the 4-rule book. We just tried to write different alphabets. I just started with capitals. Now this is August 2021. I am going to start teaching to make cursive strokes so that in a couple of months we shall start cursive writing. I personally do not prefer block writing, so we have not done the small letters. If you can see, I have not made him do the small letters. We only did the capital letters here. And again, just pencil activities to match, things like that. And again, another book, it says ages 5 to 7, but a 3-year-old can do if you know they can actually write the alphabet. Same like the previous one, but little more objects here, like alphabet activities, coloring activities for every alphabet, C for cake, and just help the child match capital and small, D for draw, and just things like that. Little more complex version for the alphabet book. And again, another dotted line version. So basically you can use a book with a dotted version of it and then give 4-rule pages and help the child trace the letters and form the letters by themselves. So this is for the English alphabet, and when the child shows progression, you can go ahead for different other languages. And this is it about how we had grown into writing. Apart from all the pre-writing skills, when you actually get into writing, this is in the order that has helped us. For a year we have tried this for Rahian, who is currently 4 years old. So we have tried this for him from 3 to 4 years of age, and inshallah I shall try on these again for Mizan, who has turned 3 just now. So this is the order that I said. Random scribbling in papers or books that you can make the child randomly scribble over, going through pattern and matching activities, using wipe and clean books for sketch pens and introducing any concept, and for different languages, and then capital and small letters, block or cursive, whichever you find helpful, and the numbers. So this video is particularly about the child for the ages 3 and above.